you're gonna blow up your back and actually start to make some gains. As long as you... What's going on, everybody? Back for another YouTube video. As you can see, we're warming up on this T-bar row. We're hitting a back day. It's gonna just be a straight back day. As you guys have probably seen from my other videos, I don't do anything else on my pull days. All I'm focused on is back. Some people like throwing biceps in at the end. I used to do that too, except it kind of kills my elbows. So now I just stick to doing back, and then I'll do a separate arm day. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm gonna be super strict with my exercises. So I'm not switching up shit for the next little while. And that's why I'm warming up on this, because the machine I wanted was actually taken. But now I see it's open, so let's go head over there. So a neutral grip lat pull down has been my bread and butter lat movement, probably a year, maybe longer, maybe a little bit shorter. I don't know, 8 to 14-ish months, if I had to guess, because I know before that I was doing a wide grip lat pull down, and then I switched to this neutral grip. And I kind of went from like the regular cable neutral grip lat pull down, just using like, you know, like an individual bar. This is a little bit more unilateral. And then I went to a new tech pull down, and then finally I switched to this one. But essentially I've just been doing a neutral grip lat pull down for my first exercise for a long fucking time. This is by far my favorite lat focused pull down, or just lat focused exercise in general. So now that I'm trying to grow and progressively overload, and yeah, basically just growing my back as efficiently as possible, I'm gonna be sticking to the same workouts, basically the foreseeable future, because I really don't like switching up when I'm trying to progressively overload. So I'll wait basically as long as I have to make sure I can get on the same machines, hit the exact same movements every single time I'm training. Well, basically every single week, because that's how you measure progress. You want to see your body weight go up, and you want to see your gym performance improve. So if I'm jumping around every week to different exercises, even if it's a neutral grip lat pull down, the weights on these cable machines are so inconsistent. You can have the same brand and use a different cable machine of it. You'll do 200 pounds at one machine, and then you go and it's like 230 at the other. Like they're never the same. So when I'm trying to grow, I really like to make sure I'm sticking with the exact same machines every single week, week in, week out. As long as my body weight is going up and my strength and gym performance is increasing too, you can pretty much guarantee that muscle is being built, as long as body composition is also staying relatively the same. You don't really want to just see body weight go up and gym performance not improve. And you also don't want to just get stronger without body weight going up, because that could just mean, yes, you're getting stronger, which is good, but you could just be getting better at the movements and not necessarily building more muscle. So for example, if you're bench pressing like 2 plates and your weight just stays the same, and 6 months later you're doing 275 and your weight is still the same, you might have just been improving your form and improving your mechanics on those movements. And that's where this extra strength is coming from. It's not necessarily from new muscle being built. So we always want to see weight go up, gym performance go up, and body fat stay relatively the same as your weight goes up. And that's how you know muscle is being built. So I'm gonna do a few warm-up sets. As always, I rolled out before this. I don't fuck around with my warm-ups, guys. I warm up every muscle as thoroughly as I need to, because that's gonna help me perform better in the gym. A lot of guys go into their workouts just cold, off the rip. They'll go into these working sets, and then that's basically their warm-up sets too. And they'll notice by like the second exercise, or even like the last set of that first exercise, how much stronger they are. And that's just because now they're finally warm. So while you're warming up, you should notice the weight get lighter and lighter and lighter. And that's just because your muscle's getting warmer. So I want to make sure my muscle is completely warm. So when I do get into that first working set, I'm like peak warm, my joints are feeling good, and then I can put 100% effort with the most amount of load too. So that's why it's really important to warm up properly for these. Okay, so that's feeling good. Again, the closer I get to my working weight, the fewer reps I'll do. That's pretty much like a feeder set, I like to call it. So now I'm gonna be doing working sets on this. So I think I did 16 or like 98 kg last week. So I wanna go up a little bit. I think it's like 100 kilograms. So let's see how that goes. But the most important thing when you're doing any type of pull down, you want to keep your elbows in front of you, keep your back, like you can have a little arch to it, but just don't lean back like crazy. And then keep your elbows in front of you while you drive down. Because I really want to target my lower lats here. And on this one in particular, like blows up my lats. Like after one set, I can already feel like the craziest lat pump. So that's why I love this one. I used to do the cables on the other side. Like I said, I've done the new tech and I've done cables something like this, which is pretty much what's on the other side. But something about this Watson pull down, it's just the best out of all three. So this is what I've been sticking with, at least for like a month, relatively fresh on this one, but I absolutely love it. And I regret not changing to this one sooner because this has been at our gym for at least 1.5 years. Like it's been here for a little while, but I was so set on the other one that I never really touched this one. So I'm glad the new tech one was taken and I made the transition to just switch to this because this one feels way better than even that brand new tech one that I was actually raving about. I really like that one too, but this one's just the fucking best. So do a working set here now. Cool. Yeah, I don't know if the person before me was eating butter popcorn, but these handles are fucking greasy. Or they put some cream on their hands. I was fighting the whole time to make sure my hands didn't slip off those things. But yeah, with this, get a big stretch, drive your elbows straight down. That's all you want to think about. You don't have to think about ripping away towards you. You're sitting like this, elbows straight down. It might pull back into your hip a little bit, but for the most part, you're just like this. Get a big stretch, down. That's literally all this movement is. So stick in that range of motion and then just take it to failure. Maybe you have to speed up a little bit towards the end. Use a little bit of momentum, a couple cheat reps at the end, that's fine. But 95% of those reps should be like butter or like very, very good form. I guess the next most common question is like, what's the post-show cycle or what's the plan kind of with that? So pretty much immediately post-show, come off everything except test and GH. 250 tests right now with 3 IUs of growth. That's pretty much it. Depending on the shape and the look, I might even just drop it to like 150. And that's pretty much all I do. I don't take clomiphene, HCG. I don't do like a post-season rebound blast. I like to come off everything, get healthy. I did blood work about a month before the show so I could see where all my levels were at. Everything was pretty good except my lipids, which obviously is an important one. That one was pretty bad, to be honest. Like the worst I've ever seen it. Granted, I've never done blood work a month out for my show. So I'm sure like every show, it's probably pretty bad about a month out. Oh. 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 Okay, so we're doing this upper back one. I feel like if you've been watching my videos, like you can almost tell what my routine is going to be for today, because like I said, I kind of religiously stick to the same shit that I like. And that's kind of a big problem I think a lot of people make, is jumping around too quick. You got to find what works for you and then just stick with it. You know, a lot of people are like, hey, a lot of my clients, I'll say, hey, let's switch it up, I'm getting bored. It's like, but is it working though? Because if it's working, what's the point of changing it up? Have you gotten the full benefit out of every exercise? Because like if you haven't and you're still making gains, you kind of want to stick to it until maybe you plateau, maybe something comes up where you're forced to change. But I really think changing just because you're bored of it isn't really the best excuse. Because what am I gonna do? Okay, I get bored of this. What am I gonna do? Switch to a T-bar? Like it's kind of all the same shit at the end of the day. One type of row, you do another type of row, they're all just bent over and pulling. You know what I mean? So it's all kind of the same shit. So find those ones that you like and you grow well with, and then stick to it, not for like a month or two. Like I said, I've been doing a neutral grip lat pull down for over a year. Some of these I've been sticking to for, besides like this prep where I kind of switched it up a little bit going into the show, for at least a fucking year. Maybe some I did for like 6 to 8 months, but for the most part, I'm sticking to these movements for like a very extended long period of time. The other thing is too, a lot of people ask about the straps. Yo, for gym equipment, use whatever you want. I am pro straps, wrist wraps, belts, knee sleeves, knee wraps, like whatever you got to use to move more weight, prevent injury, or if you are injured, it makes it feel, it like alleviates the pain. I am all for all of it. Maybe except for gloves. Gloves are kind of gay. You get calluses in your hands? Come on, bro. You can deal with that. But if you have like serious forearm pain, then yeah, use some wrist straps. For me, the reason why I don't, honestly, I just lost them. I haven't gotten a new pair. I also noticed that I don't really need them. I don't really notice my forearms giving up before my lats do anymore. So that was the main argument for using wrist straps, is your forearms give out before your back does. But for this, I haven't really noticed any issues with my forearms giving out before my lats. This is a lot of weight. My lats can only do like my back can only do so much fucking reps. If it was an issue, I would definitely use wrist straps though. But I feel like at this point, it hasn't been. So it doesn't make sense for me to go get wrist straps. Boo! 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 It's like when you're lying down on a couch and then you stand up and everything goes black. That's how it feels when you're done on these ones. Oh, okay, so neutral grip machine row. Normally, I think I would have been doing the prime. Someone was on there. This is pretty much the exact same movement. And I did this one last week. I really liked it. So I'll probably just stick with this one for now. The key with this one, and just almost any neutral grip in general, this one kind of comes on a bit of an arc. So I like pulling until it hits the bottom, because if I put this too far back, it's gonna start to pull upwards and take the tension off my lats and put it in my upper back. So here, it kind of comes down right into my lat, which is how I like doing this one in particular. I did 18 reps, so obviously I'm gonna have to go heavier. It's a bit hard to gauge strength right now just because I'm eating so much food. My weight is going up like 3, 4, 5 pounds a week, and my strength is kind of blowing up too alongside with it. So like 2 plates last week was kind of hard. This week it was like butter. So obviously I'm gonna go heavier for this week, but I'm still kind of figuring out where I'm gonna go. Eventually it will plateau, but by then it'll be off season. Boom. Bump up the fucking super supplements and we'll blow past those plateaus. Holy shit. Y grip seated cable row. After doing like that incline row, my chest gets killed. We do that neutral grip row, chest, everything's chest supported. So it's like so hard to breathe. And it's just kind of annoying to do a bunch in a row. So normally I was doing the Gym Leco one here, but that's because I was doing a cable high lat pull down before. So since I switched up the cable high lat pull down for a neutral grip machine row, I subbed the Gym Leco one out for just a cable row, just so I don't have to like press my chest up against anything for the third time in a row. And again, guys, like a row's a row. As long as you're going overhand, keeping your elbows flared, it's pretty much the same thing as doing it on a machine or doing with like a barbell. I'm just gonna switch it up with this. This one I like going about shoulder width, maybe actually slightly outside shoulder width. And then you can lean back a little bit when you're doing this one too. So you don't want to pull down. You want to pull like up towards your sternum. Oh. Let's go a little heavier. So again, on the Gym Leco one, I'm kind of leaning over and pulling upwards. This one, it's a more horizontal, but I lean back and I still pull. So this is gonna smoke my rhomboids, my mid trap, even my rear delts. So we're still targeting the same muscles, just with a different movement. And that's kind of the most important thing. If one of the machines is taken and you don't want to wait for it, just sub it out with another exercise that targets that same muscle. So it's not like I'm going from an upper back exercise and now I'm targeting lats again. I'm just going from one upper back exercise to another upper back exercise because that's what I want to train at this point in my workout. See, like you could tell there, like I could use wrist straps, but it wouldn't make a difference on how many more reps I'm doing because I physically can't retract my shoulder blades. Like my back muscles are gassed. So even if I had wrist straps there, it wouldn't have made a difference. And the main difference, if you're training upper and lats, like your upper back versus your lats on this, what a lot of people do, upper back, you can lean back a little bit, pull upwards, and obviously it's gonna smoke your upper back. For lats, you can pull back. You don't wanna lean back though with lats. Like you wanna stay upright, drive your elbows back, keep your elbows close to your side, drive them back. That's how you're gonna hit your lats. And then for lats, you can really lean forward, right? And then drive your elbows back and stick your chest through it. But for upper back, you just kind of stay lean back, you pull. You can let it stretch like where you round your shoulders, but you don't actually lean forward. Because when you lean forward with your upper back, you're not really stretching your upper back muscles, you're just using your lower back here. So that's the main difference for a cable row when you're trying to target your lats versus your upper back. Okay. Right, we're actually gonna be switching up the final exercise. Normally I was doing cable pullovers because I was being a bit of a puss, explaining how my elbows were getting tender. But lately they've been fine. So I've been actually finishing off with an assisted wide grip pull-up. In Vegas, I didn't have access to, like I had dog shit equipment at this hotel. I did like 12 sets of pull-ups. I had the craziest lat pump. I'm like, yo, I gotta work these back into my routine. So now I finished with the assisted pull-ups. You can do assisted, you can do regular pull-ups if you want, just body weight. At this point, maybe I do 5 to 6, 7 reps of body weight. So I just want to get a few more reps, really focus on form and contraction. So I like doing it assisted with this little stepper thing. So yeah, that's how I do it. But again, you can do body weight if you want. So for these guys, make sure when you're pulling up, like you're not pulling wide. Before you start, like rotate your elbows in. And again, you want them, so from the side, you're not pulling like this. You rotate your elbows in and you pull with your elbows in front of your body. That's why I like the neutral grip lat pull down, because it's really easy to keep your elbows in front of you. For a wide grip lat pull down, so many people don't build their lats because they flare their elbows and pull behind their body, which is gonna target more your rear delts and your upper back. You're biasing a bit more of the upper back there. So for these, rotate your elbows in before you start and then pull down with your elbows in front of you. That's how you actually hit your lats doing a wide grip lat pull down or a wide grip pull up that I'm doing here. I genuinely feel like these are the 5 most effective exercises for blowing up your lats too. So if you follow any of these workouts, I'm telling you guys, I've been lifting for so long that I've filtered out all the dog shit exercises that you don't need to do anymore if you want to build muscle. So if you just follow something close like this, I know you guys don't have all the machines I do, but even something similar, you're gonna blow up your back and actually start to make some gains as long as you train hard along with hitting the right exercises. All right, guys, that's a wrap on today's back workout. Guys, the off season. I mean, the off season hasn't officially started. We're in a health phase right now. I always kind of crack up when people say that because it's like, what's the other 90% of the year? An unhealthy phase. So, and even now, like, I don't think my blood work's very good. So I'm still technically in an unhealthy phase. But anyways, I digress. I appreciate you guys following. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Guys, if there's anything you want to see me cover in future videos, make sure to drop it in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, all that good shit. And I'll see you in the next video, which is going to be a leg day, the first leg day I've done. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe to the channel.